Hey, it's me. There's a creative life force all around you. It's strong and full of goodness. If you could tune into it, you would feel lasting happiness in every area of your life. This force wants only good things for you: joy, energy, fulfillment. There's no reason for hardship or misery when you're connected with it. So, what does it take to tune into this life force? And what might block you from it? Well, one key factor is your ability to wish. If something inside you stops your wishing, whether you know it or not, you can't receive what you desire. It doesn't matter how much you try or how badly you want something on the surface. If part of you is not fully on board, it won't happen. So we won't spend time talking about obviously harmful wishes like those that hurt others. Let's look at the more subtle ways a healthy wish can turn unhealthy. Often, fear and tension are involved. Some teachings speak of desirelessness, but most of us aren't at that stage. So let's figure out the difference between healthy desires and unhealthy ones. So, a healthy desire is when you want something for its own sake. You simply want to experience or enjoy it. Whereas an unhealthy desire is when you treat something like a tool to fix another hidden need. This is when fear, strain, or anxiety creeps in. So, as an example, wanting financial security because you'd like to enjoy feeling secure can be healthy. Now, if you want it mainly to impress other people or to make up for feeling less than, then it turns into a tight, worried craving. Hidden fears will rise and the real motive might stay buried. That hidden motive causes tension, which blocks fulfillment. You might say, but Candice, I see people who have bad motives and still succeed in getting money or power. That's true, but often they don't have the same pangs of guilt or conscience that many of us do. Or they might suffer in another area of life. We don't know. When someone is at a lower stage of growth, they may not feel that inner voice of conscience as strongly, so they don't block their wish in the same way. Sometimes people think it's selfish to want health, money, or certain comforts, and then they feel guilty for wanting these things at all. In reality, wanting to be healthy and strong might help you bring more good into your own life and the lives of the people around you. That's not selfish. If your main motive, though, is to show off or spark envy in others, then it becomes self-centered and harmful. Wrong motives don't always mean wishing to hurt someone directly. Even a subtle need to seem better, so to speak, than others can twist an otherwise fine desire into something unhealthy. When that happens, there's a hidden part of you saying, I don't deserve this. On some level, you know the motive is off, and this can lead to self-punishment and block your wish from coming true. So there's two big obstacles that we face in terms of wish fulfillment. The first is feeling undeserving, i.e., inferiority feelings. And the second is not wanting to pay the price of a wish. Everything we want comes with a price, and sometimes deep inside, we don't really want to pay it, whether that price is effort, change, or risk. Consciously, you might be pushing yourself hard, but unconsciously, you're pulling back. And that clash creates tension, anxiety, and keeps you stuck. Now, if you feel inferior and don't know why, it creates a deep worry that can make you feel hopeless. Often, inferiority feelings come from hidden truths about yourself that you haven't faced. So, when you start noticing and accepting these truths, the feeling of inferiority starts to fade. So, for example, if you want money only to prove your worth to people who once belittled you, you might feel even more inferior inside. You're basically trying to solve one hidden fear with another, which creates a vicious cycle. So, how do we unblock our wish? Well, step one is to identify your desires. Ask yourself what you truly want and why you want it. Why does it matter? Step two is to look for hidden motives. Do you want it just for the joy of it? Or are you really trying to prove something? Step three is to decide if you're ready to pay the price. Every real wish involves some form of effort or change. And step four is to avoid self-blame. Recognizing self-responsibility, ideally, you want it to make you feel empowered, not guilty. So once you see how you sabotage your own wishes, you'll see that it's not about a punishing God or an uncaring universe. It's about facing parts of yourself that have been ignored. And remember that true growth is slow and steady. When you discover an unhealthy motive, don't expect to fix it overnight. Don't force yourself to feel different right away. Keep the new awareness in mind. Look at it from many angles. And it's this constant, honest observation that will help your feelings mature on their own. Don't assume you need to search for something huge or deeply hidden. Start by noticing how you react in everyday moments. Pay attention to small emotional responses. Like maybe you get uneasy when a friend succeeds, or you feel jealous over minor things. Those reactions are openings for deeper insight. Over time, you'll uncover the underlying patterns, beliefs, and motives. The creative life force is always there, waiting for you to connect. It's not blocking you. You may be blocking yourself. By exploring your real motives, letting go of guilt or shame, and deciding you're willing to pay the price for what you truly want, you begin to tune into that powerful current of life. It may not be a sudden shift, but each step of honest self-search brings you closer to that joyful, energizing force. When you can be fully honest with yourself, seeing your hidden motives without judging yourself harshly, you start feeling relief, peace, and self-respect. Over time, this leads to a steady, fulfilling path forward. I love you. Connect soon.